the education that influence more in children is the education from the school or the education from the house?
Okay, I think as an educationist, I believe that both of them comes together to play one major role. We need the education from home and the education from the schools, the institutions, to form a person. Because there are some things that no matter how intelligent, smart you are, you cannot never learn at home, and there are things that you can never learn at school. So I think, in my candid opinion, you need both kind of education working together, not one dominating the other. They must be at level, and some parents must know how to manage the education at home and at school. Sometimes they leave the children on video games when they come home instead of educating them, continuing the education from the school. The children of these days are now on their tablets playing video games from morning to, especially on weekends, playing video games from morning till evening. And there is no form of education correction. The parents cannot tell them, this is what you have to do and this is what you don't have to do. So I feel so sorry, and I feel that the next generation coming up will be a lot of children without that kind of home education. Because you can see here, even it happens here, it's common. An elderly person on the bus, a pregnant woman on the bus, standing,
not chair,
holding the baby, and there is a chair, and this student, this man of 35 years old with a lot of energy,
in
sitting
the blue
down.
chair that is for pregnant, old people, sick people.
So that kind of values, that kind of humor, or that kind of love and respect that we had in the past is no more, because that education from home is not being equal with education from the school.
And I want to add something, because sometimes I'm one of the person who I crucify sometimes the parents, but at the same time I think, okay, sometimes you cannot control what they see in the school, and your son, your daughter come home and say, oh, I saw my teacher, he has a husband, he kissed a man. So it's something that you cannot control, and you have to know you have to learn how to manage that, because you cannot say to your son, to your daughter, no, your teacher is a bad person because he has a husband or she has a wife. You cannot say that. So there are some things we have to learn as a parents how to manage that, giving them the values, showing them the values, the principles, without crucifying the other people.
I'm encouraging all parents out there. You are doing fantastic job trying to blend in the education from school and the education from home. There are good parents out there who are doing that. We cannot dispute that fact.
Or generalize.
Yes, we cannot generalize that. There are some amazing families, amazing, incredible. There are some kids you get to their home and you realize that, yes, I have gotten to a typical and a traditional home where the children show they have value. The level of education is so high. The level of respect is incredible. And there are some families you get home and you realize that, no, there is something lacking in this.
They need to change. And sometimes another thing, before, the wife stay at home with the children. Now the parents, they don't have the same amount of hours all the time, because both of them, they need to work. Sometimes they need to leave the children with other person, and nobody will take care of your children like you.
Education. Would you have your children go to school, learn the school system? Because in my case, right now, as I am here, I studied in the university for 4 years. I spent so many years in the school system that if I had put that time into business, look at how much my parents have spent on my education from kindergarten to high school to the university. If that money was saved to invest in my business now, I would be like Bill Gates. Because it's a lot of money. Education is expensive in Africa. And I spent a lot of money. My feeding, my room to stay in the
Transport, yeah.
transport and all of that, if they had saved all that money. So, having that cleared, do you think that the children now deserve to be in school instead of in business?
Okay, one thing I learned is traditionally you have to go to kindergarten, you have to go to primary, you have to go to high school, you have to go to university, you have to do specialize in something and start working in a company as employee and try to escalate and get the pension. So I am not agree with that. I want my children, they will go to school, okay? But as soon as they finish the high school, I don't want them to study automatically in the university.
Okay.
No, because there is no one is mature when they finish the high school. When you finish high school, you finish and you want to go to the party, you want money for your girlfriend, for your boyfriend, you want to do things with your friends. So the first thing you have to do when you finish high school is work. You have to work at least 1 year. After that, you can have an idea, oh, I want to study in the university administration. Oh, I don't like numbers. I want to become a singer. Oh, I want to be an actress. I want to sell ice cream. I don't want to have a profession. So, but to get this point, you have to work after you finish high school, because for your whole life, 18 years studying in a kindergarten, nothing is specific. They teach you numbers, they teach you química, física, maths, they teach you Spanish, they teach you English. So when you finish high school, you have a lot of things in your mind. You are not clear on what you want.
Okay.
So one thing, and we agreed, right? When our children finish high school, we are not going to force them, oh, you have to be a teacher because we are teachers. No, it's not possible. So, okay, you finish high school. I have 3 jobs for you. Which one do you want? Do you want to work with a car? Do you want to work with a studio? Do you want to work in McDonald's? But you have to work at least for 1 year. After that, when you are sure, we help you with the university. But now you have to be sure, to make sure you know what you want to do.
Okay.